So there was a contest recently for fans to submit an animated piece for each song off of Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. There was a different winner for each song, and I haven't seen every animated piece yet, but I have seen almost all of them. Specifically On the Run, Time, Great Gig in the Sky, Money, Us and Them, and I also saw a beautifully animated video for Eclipse that unfortunately didn't win. And I thoroughly enjoyed all of them. I also enjoyed the behind the scenes videos where the winners discussed the process that went into making these videos, and what inspired the choices they made in their animations, and what exactly the songs they picked meant to them. However, there was one animation that I watched that I did not enjoy that was one of the other winners. It was for Any Color You Like, one of the instrumental tracks off the album. The animation, and I put that word around major quotes, was done via Stable Diffusion, AI. The video isn't even pleasant to look at either. It's just this inconsistent, garbled mess where objects morph into instruments such as guitars or trumpets, even though a trumpet was never even fucking used in Dark Side of the Moon, but anyway, or devices such as a record player. The video also features space imagery, where the planets constantly morph into having what looks like a city beyond them, and then the city morphs into what looks like mountains, and then the mountains morph into what looks like to be a space station. There is hardly any cohesion put into this video because there was hardly any human vision put into this video because it was made almost entirely by a machine. There is no meaning behind this video. There is no interpretation for the audience to pick up on from this video because a computer does not have any creative vision. It just simply creates what it is prompted to create, so therefore this video is just trippy visuals for the sake of trippy visuals. And remember when I mentioned for every winner there is a behind the scenes video where they discuss the process behind creating their animation, and they explained why they chose to create their video in the style they did and why the song they picked means so much to them. This guy's behind the scenes video is him rambling saying, yeah, I used Stable Diffusion, I used some prompts. There was absolutely no talk of his vision behind the video because there wasn't any, because the computer did most of the heavy lifting. And then he was also like, yeah, I like Pink Floyd, my dad used to play them a lot, I used to be intrigued by the ray of light passing into the prism on Dark Side of the Moon's album cover, and always thought there was something more there. What exactly do you mean by there is something more there? You would think as someone who is supposedly passionate about visual art would be able to articulate their broader interpretation of the album art, but you get absolutely none of that because this guy's video hardly counts as art. He inputted some prompts, a machine created the visuals for him, and there was no human input behind the visuals. And I think that grossly trivializes visual art. Visual art should not only just be pretty images that you don't think anything more of, but what's equally as important as the visuals themselves is the meaning the artist put behind the visuals, and the interpretations the audience can elicit from the visuals. What is there to interpret from AI art, like this guy's music video, where it's just a bunch of jumbled imagery vaguely relating to music and space, with absolutely no connecting piece between all of the jumbled imagery? Absolutely nothing, because the computer is just spitballing all of this shit because it was prompted to. What's also insulting about this video is the fact that it beat out countless other animations that had a shitload of more effort put into them. Imagine spending God knows how many fucking hours pouring your heart and soul into animating a music video for a song by a band that you admire, only to be beaten out by the guy who booted up Stable Diffusion, inputted some prompts, and said, yeah, my friend told me about this contest and thought I should enter. Pink Floyd is cool, I guess. On top of that, this guy won $10,000 for infinitely less effort than what was put into, I'm sure, most of the other animations submitted for this song. One of the unique things about this species is the creativity we are capable of, and I don't want to see that eroded away in favor of soulless visualizations created by a machine. Art is an extension of the human mind, and is a medium in which we can identify and relate to the feelings and intention the artist put behind the work. Strip that away, and you have shallow imagery or audio that may look or sound pretty, but lack any of the human sensibility that we have appreciated in art throughout history. And I fear that appreciation in what makes what we're capable of creating so unique is dying in favor of rewarding slop created by a machine. AI is no doubt impressive technology, but it should absolutely by no means be a complete replacement for human expression and creativity. AI can't replicate the human psyche, and therefore can't replicate what makes the art we're capable of creating so great and unique. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Bye-bye.